Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a review on the Sigma 12-piece Make Me Cool set. Now, I had never really tried Sigma brushes before this year just because honestly I wasn't really interested in them. I was kind of a little bit weary of the company just because I never heard about them outside of YouTube, so I was like, I'm not really interested. I have brushes, it's okay. And then the other day I stayed over at my friend's house, and you know Rayview, you guys probably know her, and I was playing with her Sigma brushes and I was honestly really impressed with the quality. And so I decided, to contact people back at Sigma who had messaged me before, but I never really got back to, and I just said, yeah, I'd be interested in trying out the brushes. So I chose this brush set mainly because on the website I thought it was Tiffany's blue, but it's not. It's definitely more of an aqua. And they say it's an aqua on the site, but it kind of looked like Tiffany's blue to me for a second. So it's not Tiffany's blue, it's aqua. But they also have a purple one, they have a pink one, and they also have a black set. So like I said, this is a 12-piece set, and it is $99 before tax. But usually Sigma has 10% off coupons. I'll find it for you down in the description box, and I'll leave the 10% off code once I find one down in the description box for you guys. But after tax and after the coupon code, it ends up being around a little bit over $8 per brush. So you get 5 face brushes and you get 7 eye brushes. So the face brushes that you guys get are a large stippling brush. You also get a cheek contour brush, and you get a foundation brush, concealer brush, you guys can see that, a concealer brush, and you also get 1 large powder brush. And then for shadow brushes, you get 3 shadow brushes, you get 1 blending brush, 1 liner brush, and you get 1 pencil brush. So let me just get the first main question out of the way. I know the question everyone wants to ask is, are they matte quality? I do think MAC is better, but you're also paying anywhere up to like $50 for a MAC brush. Think about it, MAC brushes, this is $50 in the MAC world, and in here you're getting it for a little bit over $8, so you really can't expect it to be MAC quality. But I think these are a lot better quality than MAC gift sets. If you've ever been to Nordstrom's around the holiday season, MAC comes out with these 5-piece gift sets every year, and they're really awful. Like, I hate them. I bought one before and they're so bad. I would rather have 1 regular MAC brush than one of those gift sets. So, these are way better than that, so if you're considering getting that, then But I think these are really good beginner brushes because, you can do your whole face with them. You have enough brushes here to do a whole face, and they're soft. They're definitely last. I was really impressed with the quality. I didn't really have any problems with shedding except for this brush. My large powder brush definitely shed a lot. I lost maybe like 20-30 hairs from this, so that was a little bit disappointing. As far as the only brush that I didn't really like in the set, it would be the blending brush, I think. Just because if you guys see it, the shape is kind of, I don't know. I felt like the shape was like a little bit sloppy. But it's mainly because since, I'm Asian, obviously. I'm Asian, so I don't have a lot of lid space, and so a blending brush that's this size is really too big for me. Like, if we were to compare it to a MAC 224, it's definitely a very large difference. I mean, at least for my eyes. So I would use this more for concealer or something, or for powder underneath the eye area. I don't really use this for blending because it's honestly just too big for my eye personally. And then the last issue I had with any of the brushes was the goat hair contour brush. Now, if you didn't know that it was a goat hair brush, after you took like a really good smell of it like this, you would have known it was a goat hair brush. It smelled like a petting zoo. Oh my gosh, it was really bad. I had to wash it like 12 times until the scent went away. Yeah, I can't really smell it anymore. I was kind of scared to smell it, I wasn't gonna lie. I thought I'd make an ugly face on camera. But my face is always ugly on camera. But this one, definitely there was quite a pungent smell to it, so I was a little bit turned off by that, but it went away once I kept washing it, so that's good. You know what though, my friend Stephanie actually had this brush set too, and she said that hers didn't smell like a goat, so maybe it was just mine, I don't know. Mine smelled really strongly of a goat, and she said hers just smelled like paint, if anything. But I mean, at the same time, there was a lot of things that I liked about the brushes. I like that there's enough brushes here to do your whole face, to do your foundation, and then to do your concealer, and then to set the powder over the foundation and concealer. And then you can do your contouring, and then do your blush, and do your shadow, and your liner. So I like that there's enough brushes in here to really, truly do your whole face. I think the biggest and most obvious difference to me between these brushes and the MAC brushes are that MAC brushes I feel like a little bit more dense. Like if you feel this contour brush, it's a little bit less dense than the MAC brush. Or if you even see like the pencil brush, the MAC brush is really, really stiff and there's a lot of fibers. But I felt like this one was a little bit softer, so yeah. And you know what though, I was really surprised by the softness of these brushes. The only brush that I didn't find to be particularly soft was this blending brush. Like I said, this was probably my least favorite brush from the pack. This brush is really, really soft like the powder brush. I also really like that you can use the container as a cup. you know, so you can hold them in because it just looks really cute. I think it's really nice to place on your vanity so you don't have to go out and, you know, buy something that matches. I was a little bit afraid of this concealer brush shedding because I had seen reviews and other people's concealer brush shedding, but honestly I even kept like pulling it and none of mine came out, so that was pretty good. So I was pretty happy with that. I also really like the stippling brush. I had been wanting a larger stippling brush. You guys remember back about a year ago when these things were like the cool thing to use for foundation. I never thought that brushes like this were that great for foundation. I don't know, I just didn't think that they were that good, but I just love using these kind of brushes for a pigmented blush. But what I do is I just let mine dry, and then once it's like mostly dry, I just slip back the sleeve, and so it dries like this, so it maintains the shape really well. And so like I said, I really didn't have any problems with these brushes. I really like them. I actually really like the concealer brush. I was kind of surprised that I liked it so much, but it works really well with the stick concealer that I use, so that was a good thing. So yeah, that is it. So basically, just to sum it up, you know, like I said, I really didn't have any problems with the brushes except for this one, just because this one shed a lot. So I think this is a really good beginner's brush set. You know, maybe if you don't have like any brushes whatsoever, then you would get one. I think if you already have a lot of brushes, then I would pass. But you know, if you're just starting out and you want to start applying your makeup, then I think these are really good because like I said, the only brush that I wouldn't use myself is the blending brush, just because it's honestly too big for my eye because I don't have very big eyes, so yeah. So that's it. I actually do recommend these brushes. I do think they're really good for the price. And so, you know, if you're just starting on makeup, you don't have any brushes, then maybe check them out. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.